Hello, YouTubers. This is your friendly host, Shadow Rat Man. Um, Here we are once again, and not a whole lot of different things going on. But I recently got back into my Yu-Gi-Oh collecting a little bit, and I can honestly say some of the these new pendulum monsters they are out there. These cards allow you to mass special summon. For those of you who watch this and know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, you would understand this as a card player. For those of you who don't, basically in the card mechanics, it lets you put a lot of monsters onto the field very fast, uh, beyond their normal summoning conditions. Um, and in my personal opinion, the combo of using Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and after had playing already like Stargazer or Time Gazer, whatever one I forget, that lets you only play it while you have no monsters. And then using Odd Eyes' effect to send itself to the graveyard, apparently, or tributing it or whatever, that apparently somehow sends it to the extra deck. I don't understand how that works. But apparently, by using its effect, sending it to the extra deck, allows you to search out the other one and then pretty much in turn lets you special summon Odd Eyes Pendulum out. That in combination with using Wonder Balloons and Performa Pal Swordfish to completely devastate your opponent's monster's attack points to little to nothing. On top of if you have a way like something like Ego Boost or Rush Recklessly on Odd Eyes, and then using Fairy Cheer Mole's ability to give him another 1,000 is just ridiculous. These Performa Pals are just outrageous with Odd Eyes and Stargazer and Time Gazer magicians. And now they're talking about finally coming out with another form to Odd Eyes, which is Beast Eyes. I think Pendulum Dragon or something, which is a fusion monster, which they're using Performa Pal Trump Witch, which acts as basically a once per turn poly. Um, and it is just ridiculous. Now, for those of you who are more advanced players, you would know that using this effect would be beneficial to any fusion-based deck, including Elemental Heroes, or a new type called the Fluffles, or even using them with the Gem Knights is just ridiculous with summoning capabilities. And then they're supposed to be coming out with Rune Eyes Pendulum Dragon or whatever later on down the road here sometime. And it is just, some of these cards are just getting outrageous. And now they're supposed to be coming out with a new Pendulum monster for Crystal Beasts. Like, come on. When's it going to stop? And then I even seen another card called NO, which is short for Number. Don't know how, but Number Hunter, which basically is an anti-Xyz monster. And it's just ridiculous with some of these cards they're making nowadays. In my personal opinion, I believe that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gone down the drain since the creation of Stardust Dragon. Stardust Dragon is a card that lets you tribute it once per turn, basically, upon a card effect, whether it's monster, spell, or trap, that would destroy card or cards on the field and pretty much nullify it. Now, all of Stardust Dragon's forms, Stardust Dragon, Shooting Star Dragon, Majestic Star Dragon, Shooting Quasar Dragon, and Stardust Dragon Assault Mode, all let you basically do an anti shut down everything. And when you combine that with cards like Chevalier de Fleur, it's just ridiculous. You basically shut down everything. And you run that with like Mirage Dragon or something that prevents your opponent from activating any traps during the battle phase. So anything they want to activate would have to be beforehand, not anything upon attack declaration, which at that point they're left with their quick play spells, Which even at that point, if it's anything that does any sort of destruction like offerings to the doomed, Stardust or Chevalier de Fleur could shut it down. Now the only other thing they could do is even something like Old Vindictive Magician or Man-Eater Bug, which would destroy the monster. The Stardust couldn't even shut that down. So this is what makes cards like this absolutely useless, which actually makes things even more unfair. And then you have other cards out here these days that just everything. And even if there are card effects that would return, Stardust Assault mode shuts down anything. It doesn't have to destroy. If your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, Stardust Assault mode can activate its effect, send itself to the grave, and negate it. And then there's some of these other cards like TG Halberd Cannon and things like that that negate summoning. Even if it's just one, that makes a difference. If say someone brings out for someone like myself who plays traditional style, summoning a Envoy of the End Chaos Dragon, it shuts it down. And then when you combine these things with things that lately, since Chronomalies came out, or Chronomalies, however you want to pronounce it, it allows you to reduce monsters' attack points to 0 almost willy-nilly as much as you want. And you got cards like Nitwit, Outwit. You discard an Obelisk Tormentor, you can shut down even a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon almost. And that is just ridiculous. And I'm sorry, this is just pathetic. And you get things like, okay, you want to shrink into Blue Eyes and then send like something like a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to the grave to make it lose another 3,000. You have 45, and you're left with what? 2250? I think that's right. Yeah, 2250. And then you send like an Odd Eyes or Galaxy Eyes to the grave. That's 3,000 more points. It's down to 0. You just dropped a 4,500 monster. 4,500. And it is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, this game has gotten insane. It is designed for fast swarm. There's no such thing as a slow, enjoyable game anymore. Okay, back in the day, if you could end a game in 10 turns or less, that was amazing. Because considering the game was designed to be slower and more enjoyable, it took time to build up anything. Even when people wanted to run 2 or 3 copies of things, it still took a while to build it up. If you could end it beforehand, great. But now, anything less than 5 turns, it's like it's nothing. And then you got all these one-turn kill maneuvers that just end the duel in 1 or 2, maybe 3 turns. Come on, people! What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. This game has gotten out of hand. What am I supposed to do to make you people understand? Stop building decks that are gonna devastate an opponent in turn 1, 2, or 3. Why? Why kill all hope? Well, in any case, it doesn't matter. Because people are going to still build their decks they want. And honestly, I believe that these tournaments are just ridiculous. They keep making cards banned and unbanned that don't deserve to be banned, and cards that don't need to come off that ban list at times. I'm personally a traditional duelist. I treat the ban list as a limited list. The limited as a semi-limited list. And the semi-limited list becomes unlimited. And it's just ridiculous. But in any cases, I personally believe that these cards these days in the game, it's just no more fun. There's just been too much that's happened. You got archetypes these days, like the galaxies or even these battling boxers. And then people don't even know how to keep it to their archetype. They want to mix in other archetypes with it to make it faster, to do more. I could understand maybe putting in one. Like myself, with my extra deck to my galaxies, I use Heretic, Sun Dragon, Overlord, Heliopolis, because that gives my deck destruction. Other than that, my Galaxy deck that has no destruction. Anyone who runs the Galaxy's Photon deck knows that it has no destruction except for Photon Wyvern and one little spell card called Photon Trident, which allows you to blow up a card and giving your monster piercing damage along with 700 points, which that only gives for one turn good play. And then Wyvern, you pretty much have to sit here and play Photon Sanctuary, then Tribute Summon it, and blow up all set cards your opponent controls. Again, only a one-turn maneuver. So I figure, okay, my Sun Dragon Overlord will give me the power to basically blow up as many cards on the field as I have in my hand. So if I have 3 monsters, I can blow up 3 cards on my opponent's field, which comes in very good handy when you're facing things like number 107 or number 101, for those of you who know these cards. And it's just, these cards are just ridiculous. I just can't keep up with them personally. But again, this video is running a little bit long. I didn't plan on it going this long. I was only planning on like 10 minutes. But in any case, this is your friendly host, Shadow Ratman, signing off once again. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas and have a blessed Happy New Year. I hope to see you all again soon. I will continue to try to post up videos. I'll try to do it more frequently soon. So, in the meantime, all of you have a blessed holiday and try not to get too tipsy on these roads, okay? People like me who walk a lot don't want to get ran over. Thank you. Like me, subscribe to me, and go ahead and leave a comment or two as you see fit. Just don't leave anything nasty. That's all I ask. So, sayonara.